Now, fellas, the prostate gland has been a part of the human anatomy for a long time, but it's only come into prominence as of recent. And I have a doctor here that's going to share some fantastic information about some preventative measures. I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Bruce Neal. The prostate gland has been with us for a while.
It really has. It's a fundamental gland for sexual function, and I think the reason you're hearing more about it today is because we're a lot freer talking about our sexual function.
Oh, okay.
And prostate problems interrupt our sexual function, and that opens up a whole world of discussion.
Oh, okay. So now, first of all, do women have a prostate gland?
No, they don't.
So it's just localized just to men?
Yeah. You can think about it, the prostate gland itself generates part of the fluid for the ejaculate and to maintain the health of the sperm.
Oh, okay.
And so there is no such organ like that in women.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Now, just where is it located on the anatomy?
It's in our pelvis.
Okay.
It's actually right behind the pubic bone.
Okay.
And right underneath the bladder. The urine channel travels right through the prostate gland, and that because of the function of the prostate gland over time, one of the things that happens is it causes urination problems.
Okay, urination problems, like you're speaking of the frequent urination?
Yeah, getting up at night and trouble getting your urinary stream to start, and urgency and frequently, not emptying the bladder, so you have to go to the bathroom often.
Oh, okay. So now if a guy is struggling with that, and then there's some over-the-counter medicines, do those things work?
Yeah, some of them really work pretty well. Saw palmetto, which is you can get in lots of different prostate medications in natural food stores and other counters, have been proven to be very effective for some men. Not all men, but some men.
Okay. Now, frequent urination, guy goes to the bathroom a lot of times. These are some of the symptoms.
The symptoms of prostate problems. Understand that prostate starts to grow at puberty, and it functions as a sexual organ until about age 40.
Oh.
And then at age 40, it starts to grow a little bit abnormal.
Okay.
And then from then on,
so you're saying it continues to grow?
It starts a different type of growth, and that growth interrupts urine flow and causes irritation to the bladder. And so the symptoms of prostate problems with urination, and these are not cancer symptoms, but just benign prostate problems, are getting up at night, what a urologist calls nocturia.
Okay.
And normal for a man to get up at night is one time a night.
I see. Okay.
But we'll see people that get up every hour and a half.
Okay.
That's pretty abnormal and causes a lot of different health problems.
Okay.
Getting up at night, trouble getting their stream to start.
Oh, okay.
Where they're standing, like out in a public place, or standing in front of the urinal, 3 people come and go while they're trying to get their stream to go.
Right.
And then a slow stream. And then later in the course of the problem, they have urgency where they can't hold their bladder.
Oh.
And they may even have incontinence where they leak urine into their pants.
Because they can't hold it.
They can't hold it. Their bladder is acting so fast and on its own that they can't hold back.
Now that slow stream you're speaking of, is that because there's some restriction?
Yeah, with the urine channel going through the middle of the prostate, and where the prostate sits behind the pubic bone, there isn't a lot of room for it to get big, so it starts to squeeze down on the urine channel.
Oh, okay. All right. So now if a guy is experiencing these kind of problems and it goes untreated, does that develop into cancer? Is that what happens?
No, not really.
Okay.
What happens if you don't treat that urination problems, you end up having inability to empty your bladder, so you go into urinary retention.
Okay.
You can't urinate on your own.
Oh.
You can have urine back up into your kidneys and cause kidney failure. And that was a common reason for people to die in the early 1900s. Men to die in the early 1900s is they couldn't urinate no treatment for that, and they died from kidney failure.
So they didn't have any treatment for it.
No, not at that time.
Now, a lot of, and you perform surgical processes on these things. Is this
Actually, very few men get surgery nowadays.
really?
Yeah, most of the men we take care of, we treat with medications.
Okay.
By prescription. We
Okay.
have medications that relax the muscles of the prostate.
Okay, very good.
And there are medications that allow the prostate to be shrunken out by changing some of the hormone functions
And
in
see,
the prostate.
that's the purpose of our show here. We want to provoke, not provoke, but we like to see men come into the doctor before it gets too late. But you know, we as men, we're normally we're afraid to go to the doctors.
Absolutely.
Or we don't want to go, or it takes the missus to push us out the door to the doctor. So we want to encourage them to come in and see the. And then, you know, there's one of our presidential candidates last year. He had a prostate surgery there.
Yes.
You know, similar kind
Yeah.
of thing there. And it seems like everything came out fine. So,
Right.
you know, it is very curable.
Well, certainly just urination problems are very curable.
Okay.
Now, prostate
Be
cancer
right
is a little
back
bit
after this
different.
here. Don't go away.